Okay, so these are the legs of this beautiful old cast iron bench. And you see one of the ears is broken there, and this ear is broken a lot, and then this one's got all the ears. And then the other leg is actually on this bench. So I found a leg on eBay and ordered it, and it came in the other day. So we're gonna be working on this. This beautiful old garden bench was in the backyard of my son's house when he bought it, and he was ready to haul it off to the junkyard. And I said, wait, let me have that. So we're gonna be recycling this, repurposing this, and we are gonna use it in our yard. Here's the leg we ordered. Looks like it was painted orange at one time. First step is to take out these screws because they hold the back on, and the screws that hold the legs go in under the edge of the back. So my husband's going to get some tools to see what he can do with this. The good thing is they don't appear to have been welded on. They appear to just be bolted on. All right, my husband had to use a grinder, and he had to grind off these bolts. See where he ground them down to get them off of there so we could replace the legs. So it's all taken apart now. Leg, he's fixing to put the first leg on the seat. He felt like we should replace all the bolts for safety's sake. So he's got a washer, and he's got a lock washer, and then he's got a nut. He's got big fingers and little bee nuts. There we go. That's good. Here we go for leg number 2. Leg number 3. And we got one more leg, and this leg, one of the little ears is broken off. So we're gonna try and put an extra washer on it. Just give it a little bit more catch there.
I dropped the wash.
Ooh, good job.
That's what she said too.
We're wire brushing where the seat the back of this thing fits on the seat, so we can hit it with that Rust-Oleum reformer. All right, we're putting the bolts that holds the back to the seat on, new bolts. They look all shiny and new, but when we get it all painted, they won't. Okay, we've got this old bench put together, got it set up on a table, and now we have to melt up some of this chip paint before we paint it. We will not be taking it down to the bare metal because that's just not necessary. But what I've got here, first off, safety glasses. You got to protect your eyes. God only gave you two, and you need them both. And now I've got, around on the wrong side, I've got an electric drill with a wire brush attachment. And what I'm going to do is run this edge of this wire brush over this and try and knock off some of the loose paint. And if you want to take a real close look here, this white has oxidized a lot, and so this wire brush is taking the white off down to the primer. I believe is what's happening. Either that or the brush is turning it gray. I think it's taking the top powdery coat off. I just want to give you an idea of how this looks. If you look right here, see how the paint's chipped? Well, let me go over it with this and then you see the difference. Okay, if you'll look, we've taken off that top level and a lot of that chipping and cracking and crazing is gone. So we're going to be running this wire wheel over this whole thing and getting it ready to paint. Okay, so we've got the front sanded down pretty good. You can see we still have some chippy, but we can't get in there with this piece of equipment, but it doesn't appear to be loose. This is good enough. Again, it's not down to the bare metal, but it's down good enough they'll hold paint. And so now we're going to go to the back and we're going to work back there. So I'm going to start right here on this arm. All right, so we're just going to work our way all the way around this, and then I'll show you the finished project when we get done. Okay, we've got it wire brushed down all the way around. Pretty good, pretty good. And so now we're going to use some Rust-Oleum rust reformer and give it a coat. Okay, I got my Rust-Oleum rust reformer. No, I'm not sponsored by this company. I just like the product. And I'm going to put a coat on this. It may take 2 coats. And because it's got all these little nooks and crannies, I'm going to have to get it from different angles too. I've got the coat of rust reformer on this. And the next step is to put the gloss white on it. Because gloss white is way cooler to sit on in the Texas heat than black is. I have put the last coat of paint on it. And it is turning out beautiful, y'all. See if I can just walk around it to show y'all sides, back leg. The biggest trick has been spray painting this thing out in the wind, because I would have to wait between gusts of wind. The wind would quit blowing and I'd spray, and it'd start blowing, I'd stop spraying. So for me, that's what thrifting's all about. Taking something ugly and turning it into something beautiful and useful again. Well, here it is, y'all. Isn't that a thing of beauty? That old decrepit, broken up metal bench that was laying in a yard of a house that had been empty for 2 years is now a beautiful addition to my home, my garden. Put it on this old pad, and now this old cement pad makes sense. And then look, y'all, remember the birdhouse I bought at that humongous churchyard sale I went to? And this old pedestal it's sitting on is bird bath pedestal. And it was here at our old blue house under a tree with some vines growing over it. And so it works perfect to hold that birdhouse, y'all. Well, thanks for watching my video all the way to the end, y'all. I just love finding old broken down, decrepit, useless, headed for the junkyard things and turning them into something beautiful. If you enjoy videos like this, I have other videos. I have videos where I upcycle clothing, where I use old cookbooks in the kitchen, where I go out and find great things to snap up at the thrift shops and the yard sales. So y'all check them out. Well, until we meet again, I just say, be blessed. Be kind to one another. Bloom where you're planted. This is Ginger with Ginger Snap Thrifting.